Okay, there was camera catastrophes going on. Overheating, which is a pretty steady event, it seems like. Somebody knows how to make them not overheat. That's not me. But we'll keep moving along as best we can. All right, do it again. Man, there's fire coming out underneath that. Go flop around under here and get the rest of these screws off. I saved you all the experience of watching me clean the garage up so I could work on this car. But all the cars, all three need to get running. The truck was first because it's blocking the dart in. This was second because, well, as long as it's in here, there's no room to work in the garage. And the dart should be next. I wouldn't expect too much trouble out of it, but these ones here, I'm not going to do nut certs on the bottom. The ones that are on the side of the frame toward the back of the car, those will be nut certed. And probably the fitting under the hood has to come off, and I'll pull the whole line out the back. Oh, this one needs to come out too. The ones on the side of the frame are pretty easy to find. The amount of spider webs that have built up down here in the last, I don't know, what, 3 months is gross. I don't know if y'all can see them on camera, but there's plenty. All in this area. And then up in that area, car probably wouldn't move if I put it in gear right now, not with all those spider webs holding it in place. This is a brake line. Pay no mind to it. It's not up to anything yet. Okay. We're back from under there. Now we'll let this follow me around a little bit. Ooh, man, flopping around under a car. All right, so it's this line right here. Oh no. How about the fitting there? Do the fitting instead of the... All right, is there another one? Nope. There's one more clamp right here. You can kind of see what I'm working on. Pretty sure we're going to have to take that fitting off, or else it won't get through the frame up there. Well, back there. It comes through the transmission cross member support, so pretty sure we're going to have to take this fitting apart. But I'll just put this little guy back where he comes from. Sure, good enough. Okay. I don't have any AN wrenches because that would be crazy. Why would a person keep something like that around? Like, so my AN fittings are always scraped up. Yeah, it was well sealed. But I do think next we're gonna drag this stuff out the back. That's the primary hose. This is the one that was leaking, of course, because it's the longest section. Why would not? Couldn't just be one little tiny section that I could replace. Let's relocate and do some work back there. Come along. Yep, keep an eye on me. You don't want me to get away. So wouldn't want me getting out of frame. Not right now. And there's such critical things going on here, huh? All right, let's see if we can tug that thing all the way out the back. Well, nope, not just that easy, that's for sure. So let's go up there and coerce it to move if we can. Yes. It's hung up where it goes through the frame. As one might expect. There we go. There we go. Now it should pull out. Just don't know what to do when you lose me, do you? Oh, had a little gas left in it. Smells like race fuel. So we'll take the clamps off. Good old steel braided line doing what it do. I don't know where it was leaking. Somewhere in this vicinity. So next we're going to lay this one out and use it as a measuring device to calculate the length of the new hose. Now, some of y'all watching this may build your own lines. I have. And when I build mine, or usually when I cut them, I wrap them in electrical tape, then cut them and just leave that electrical tape there, and then thread the whole fitting onto it. It may not be the way you're supposed to do it. I don't know. But that keeps these frayed ends from getting super crazy when you're trying to build the new connections. But this little piece of hose here should tell us all we need to know about our new piece of hose. Let me go and grab it. So since this is that nylon braided black stuff, I guess I'll use the same the fittings it came with. I'm not 100% sure how because this seems to have both nylon and steel braid, but the exterior part is nylon. I don't know how much difference that makes, but I'm not going to be cutting this end. This end is going to be, it actually has this cool little cover on it, which I'm going to see if it'll stay on there when I go to slide it through the frame. If it would, that would be convenient, one might say. But I probably should have just left it on there for this other end. Yeah, there we go. We'll keep that part. All right, usually I've always cut these with the die grinder. Because that's just how I was aware to do it. Now I have a thingy that says it cuts them. If it does or not, we'll actually find out firsthand. Okay, now we're going to want electrical tape this little section right here. Don't ask me why, because this is just how I've always done it, so it's the best I got. I do it the way I've always done it because it's always worked in the past. But let me go get the snipplizers. There are these things. Giant cutters. Let's make sure we're untangled, and then we're going to cut on the long side. Yeah, okay. Holy cow, that's so much easier. Wow, like I've done lots of them with the die grinder, and the amount of effort is not even close. Like, it's both easier, cleaner, and quieter, so it makes me wonder why I didn't spend a little money on these a lot sooner. I guess if I built hoses all the time, it might be, more important. I might as well keep these out. I gotta snip some more. Huh. Okie doke. Okay, let's weasel back in here. I went ahead and drilled the holes. I didn't foresee anybody missing out if I... Those self-tappers, I just use the same holes. I just busted them out to like a 3/8 because that's what it appears the nut certs use. I'm using a 1/4x20 nut cert. pretty cool. All right. It's not flopping around in there or nothing. The threads seem okay. I've never used one of these before, so I didn't pay a great deal for this one. Through the T-moos. I think the handles could be a little bigger or a little longer. That might be nice. But it does seem to work. Yep, that's pretty amazing. I think that camera's not doing its job. That's all right. I happen to have some 1/4-20 bolts. They also happen to be 12 point ARPs, but I wasn't going to use them for anything, so might as well use them here, I suppose. They're part of a small block nut and bolt kit I gathered or something. So yeah, I like this much better than those self-tappers. That's crazy. I'm a fan. I had no idea it would be this easy. Essentially, it was drill the holes and squeeze them. That's it. If you've been putting off buying one of these things because you're not sure if they're worth it, buy one, because they're worth it. This is the first time I've ever used it. It's great. Okay, now I guess we gotta make the hose, put the fittings on, you know, all the fun stuff. And then rehang this hose here. Probably get this primary hose made. Maybe the little ones. And then kind of be done with it from there, today anyway. I do need to get some fuel. The little bit that came out of it was all I had, and it wasn't much. So, and I don't run it on regular pump gas. It's supposed to be 11 to 1, 11 point something to 1. I guess depending on your heads. They're old forged CRW pistons, which for a long time were about the top aftermarket choice for these old 440s. Now there's all kinds of options out there. People make pistons for everything, but when this motor was built, they were pretty standard stuff. It was your 440 big block starter kit. So I guess I'll make my hoses, or my hose, at least put on that fitting, and then start running that bad boy down into the place it belongs. I don't know what we're doing. We're having a little trouble with cameras. One of them just randomly decided it was going to stop participating in this event. But, all right. Well, at least something's recording, I hope. Yeah. If not, the worst you're going to miss is me crawling around underneath the car. What uncomfortable positions. Okie dokie. I think my little impact driver would get under here. Honestly, let's try that. If not, well, oh well. Okay. Listen here. Brake line. He'll get back to work eventually.
Oh, look, there she goes, sweet as honeydew. You swear that you have seen her face like she's deja vu. She's the image of the fruit you cannot taste, forbidden and out of reach from another place. You don't know her name or how she got to here. All you know is that you know she's from a higher tier. You're reaching for her now. She built to weigh you down and out. She's never coming down. There's never any doubt. She's up above. Oh, she's a bitch. She's.
All right, I'm gonna have to go get another light for the other side, and here, I'll drag this camera up there and show you what I'm trying to do after I get a light, I guess. Okay, there's another light. But for now, back we go, flopping around under the car. Okay, little camera, where are you? You come this way, and we'll show you what we're doing. Right here, the fuel hose passes through the transmission support bracket and torsion bar mount bracket, which this whole thing could be useless if it didn't have torsion bars. You could just make a nice little pedestal for the, but yeah, torsion bars. But right there, I don't want the line coming down like it's sitting right here and being exposed to the ground, so I'm trying to get it to go through, which is how it was run last time, but it may be easier said than done. So we'll keep working. Get my flathead and try, because I've already got the fuel line started in there. I just haven't got it to come all the way through yet. See it. Just barely. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Now, is this a flow restriction? I couldn't tell you. Probably. Not probably. Almost definitely. I could probably drill these out and make my life easier. But it's not exactly an easy spot to get to with the drill either. Come on, fella. You got most of the way through it. Oh, there you go. Oh, Muhaha. There's so much room to move under here. It's so nice. Boy, I like the nylon coated stuff much better. I don't know why. But it feels better for one. It definitely looks better. I mean, it's pretty tucked up there. Nice and against the car. That freaking fracking valve cover gasket leaking. Well, it sure looks like it. Feels like oil. It's oil. Yeah, I got a valve cover gasket leaking. Okay. Here's my little screwdriver. I don't know if this camera can see. Let's drag it up here, I guess. That other one's pretty far back anyway. Right here's where we're currently working. Right here. Right here, I think it's supposed to be covered by metal, in line with the flywheel or the flex plate. In case something explodes, it doesn't cut the fuel line. So really, it should probably go into the frame rail somewhere here, and then come out somewhere up here, probably. You know, after it passes transmission. I don't know that I'm 100% accurate on that, but I think it's a thing. Yeah. All right. And of course, the last piece from here is putting the fitting on up front. And then we got to go back to the back and do the other fitting. Let's again resituate. So we've got to make another fitting do what a fitting's supposed to do. And all the cameras are now into the cars, or the main camera is up there watching my feet. So, okie doke. Let's weasel back out from under here. Here's my hose. Looks like we got plenty of length. Yeah, you can see where it come through the frame. It's all bushed out there. But for now, let's shut these cameras off and go get some food.
You don't know her name or how she got to here. All you know is that you know she's from a higher tier. You're reaching for her now. She built to weigh you down and out. She's never coming down. There's never any doubt. She's up above.
Anyway, so there's going to be some terrible audio while I was fumbling through this whole hose assembly process right here. I could have done something a little different right there probably. I'm pretty good with it, but let me show you the kit. The kit is Evil Energy. I don't know if you've seen them. It came with, I think, 3 straights, because there's one on the car. So 2 straights, 2 180s, 2 45s, one's on the car, and 2 90s, as well as some clamps to hold 2 hoses together. And it came with 20 feet of 8AN nylon braided line. And if I look it up, I can tell you what this kit costs. And for the money, it's pretty good compared to just buying the old braided hose. And kit currently costs 79 bucks. So again, cannot complain. All the A&N fittings and the line you get. I'm going to put the line back in the box and keep the fittings in the box. As I said, those 2 short pieces of line, I will get an eye on them when I put some fuel through them, see how they turn out. But for 80 bucks, if you brought steel braided line before and fittings before, you should have an idea that that's not a bad deal. I'm sure somebody's going to tell me something that's wrong with it, but you can't make everybody happy. And it is way too dark outside to try and start the car today. If you look out here, it is black as pitch. So that's going to do it for now. I will pick up when I go to put fuel in it and see if I can get it started. I'm strongly considering running through this carburetor before I start it back up. Also, the throttle assembly on this car is hideous. Gets like quarter throttle, and the bracket's really bad. I should probably do that too, although, you know, not totally necessary for what I need, but it drives me crazy. So I will pick up when I do that stuff, and that'll be it for now. hope you enjoyed watching me slither around under a car. It was, you know, everything you thought it would be as you were watching. If you thought it looked fun, sure, you're probably not accurate, but I got it done. So that's part of any of these projects. You have to just buckle down and do the parts you don't want to, because even the easy parts sometimes aren't something you really want to do. So as I said, I'll pick up from here. Probably going to go ahead and go through the carburetor, mount the throttle brackets. Bye. I can't. I haven't decided if I'm going to put the new pedal I have for it in the car. It's all. This carburetor's always had some kind of weird hiccup thing going on when you throttle it. As long as it's been on the car, I've never gotten full throttle with it, and that's mostly due to the junky bracket that I created. I'll let you see it on this here camera. It's right there. I mean, look at it. It's top of the line stuff. I mean, I have had manufacturers beating down my door trying to get the schematics for that. But I have something for it now. And I really think I need to go through the carburetor. I think every time I put fuel to it, it's dripping out of the accelerator pumps. And something is not adjusted right, because every time you initially tip into the throttle, it bogs. It doesn't want to go. So maybe I should do that while I'm messing with this and get that stuff knocked out. Have it be a little more driver friendly. Not exactly what the car is about, but you know, it does need floorboards and stuff too, but let's not worry about that. Let's just make it where we can get full throttle and rebuild the carburetor. But don't worry about the fact that it has no rear brakes. It's got front and no floorboards. But if we can get full throttle, that'd be kind of cool. I just don't know if I want to do all of that or just get it running so I can get the truck in here, because I got to do a bunch of interior work. I have tons of parts, and kind of looking forward to getting started on that, because that's the only way I'm going to get rid of the truck. So, all right. Appreciate it. We'll see y'all later.